On that note, welcome back to the dimecomicbros podcast.
I'm waiting on coffee. I can't talk yet. I need coffee.
Coffee brain go.
Yeah.
Nothing burr.
Nope, just dead
no
silence.
Why buy a comic that might cost more than a dime? Come meet the brothers who are here to waste your time.
So we have a news,
That's all, folks.
Yeah. From Marvel.com, announced by the Walt Disney Company, the upcoming Marvel Studios films Blade, the untitled Deadpool movie, Fantastic Four, and Avengers Secret War have all received slightly shifted release dates. What?
Wow.
We haven't introduced ourselves.
Why the fuck do we need to introduce ourselves, Dad?
Hi, I'm Colin. This is Spencer. Say something.
No.
Say something!
He said no.
And then this is Jacob, our dad.
We need to introduce ourselves because
I just did.
if I ever meet a woman and she says, "Oh my gosh, let me listen to your podcast," like your woman did,
What?
my woman has to know what my voice sounds
Wait,
like.
what'd your woman do? What does woman do?
She listens to us.
Yeah.
She does?
Yes.
Since
Oh,
the
no.
first day. She hadn't even met him in person, and
that's
she
a
was
lie.
listening to our show.
Not entirely true, but it was like after like a few dates, and then I was like, okay,
Bullshit.
fine, here's the thing. See, I keep telling her that she's playing the long game, but I'm not sure what that means with this scenario here. But no, after like...
She's playing the long game?
Yeah, like with us. Like she's
She's
just being with me to get close to us, but I don't actually know what the fuck that would mean.
What does that mean?
I don't know,
I
but it's
know.
Rachel, what does that mean? I'm scared!
She's gonna be our CEO. She's gonna be running our business, and we're just gonna be the peons that make her all the money. That's what that means.
I'm scared.
Gatekeep. Gaslight girl boss. Anyways, no, after the first few weeks, I think, of dating, like, she just started following it pretty normally, and now she'll just randomly commentate on something she heard, and then like, oh, I remember saying that. It's very weird. I guess Jacob has a valid point.
It almost happened last week. So, you what?
What happened? What happened last week?
Nothing.
Well, Jacob had a date, but she was ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. She was ugly? Like, wait, how bad? I don't know how...
I would rather fuck you.
That's not a bad thing. I got a fat ass, and I got curly hair.
Colin,
and it's getting longer.
Colin, you're like
and I
6.
have tits.
That's true.
That makes me at least a 7.
No.
Yeah, fat ass. And it's not fat, it's muscle in there, too.
I'm gonna let the boy comment on this one.
Colin,
I
you're
can't
like
fairly rate you.
You are like a 6, but Jacob is...
I'm a 6. That's actually a lot going for a guy. Damn.
Wow, my standards aren't that fucking low, jeez.
Obviously, they are if I'm a 6.
Professional, that means you're slightly above average. You're within the range of average is a 4 to 6. You are
But
upper...
my personality makes it an 8.
No, it makes it a 1.
No, it makes it a fucking 8. Fuck you, bald man.
No. It's your bionicles that bring you to an 8.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Pull the bionicles out.
Literally.
It's sexy time.
Dude, all the transgender boys are coming my way.
Oh, God. So moving into the news, away from the Bionicles,
Why can't we get news about Bionicles, huh?
Because this is not a Bionicles show.
It's a nerd show.
If we're going to talk about Bionicles, then we have to then talk about a fuck ton of Legos and new Funko Pops and every new action
Not
figure that
Funko
comes
Pumps, no.
out. Funko Pumps.
No, we do talk about action figures.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
When we are shit-talking later, not as part of the show.
No, it's still part of the show sometimes.
No.
Yes.
We have tangents.
Well, also you should know that there is news of that we may get Bionicle back in 2023 as a gift for buying a certain set, which I don't know yet, but I will get back to you on that. That's my addition to the news.
I'm doing an all stop right here. We're peeking out, so I'm going to change it down a little bit.
Oh, stop! What a fucking
Yeah.
nerd.
I've been whitewater rafting, and I have sex all the time.
I don't understand the correlation between those two things. I have been whitewater rafting, and I do not have sex all the time.
Don't lie to me.
What's the correlation here?
Yeah, do not fucking lie to us. Do not lie to us, you fucking asshole.
No, I haven't been whitewater rafting.
Exactly. Fuck you, and fuck Rachel.
He does.
I know! Gross!
Please continue with the news.
Okay, 6. From Marvel.com, announced by the Walt Disney Company.
Sex is
Yeah, which makes your personality.
I love that. That's your new name. It's like something out of a weird sci-fi movie.
Am I 6 from Generator Rex?
No, I was thinking that's your clone name. You're 6.
That would make sense why I can't, like, connect all the dots of my memories.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
They implanted a chip in your brain.
Dude, it's literally a potato chip. When I was a kid, I literally thought, like, when they said chip on TV, like Batman Beyond, I'm like, why is there a fucking potato chip in there? What? A chip? What does that mean?
Microprocessors. Computer buzzwords.
CPUs.
Gigaflops.
And RAMs.
Oh,
We love
wait,
our
I
RAM.
can play this game too. Liquid cooler.
Nice.
Yeah.
Proud of you. All right.
I do not trust liquid cooling computers.
Mine has that. But it's not like the tubes that you can see through where it's like, if you just touch it, it's going to cut itself. It's like,
I know, but I don't trust
It's
it.
super thick.
I don't trust
it's
it.
super thick.
All right. We're 20 minutes into a recording. we should finish the first news topic.
From Marvel.com, announced by the Walt Disney Company, the upcoming Marvel Studios films, Blade, Untitled Deadpool movie, Fantastic Four, and Avengers Secret Wars have all received slightly shifted release dates. Blade, previously dated 11/3/23, moves to 9/6/24.
What the fuck?
Untitled Deadpool movie, previously dated 9/6/24, moves to 11/8/24.
Alright.
Fantastic Four, previously dated 11/8/24, moves to 2/14/25. Avengers Secret Wars, previously dated 11/7/25, moves to 5/1/26. So this, frankly, all seems to be because Blade is going through some fucking turmoil right now, and they had to push it, so that means everything after that has to get pushed as well.
That's kind of dumb and dumb and gay because everything should not be relying on Blade.
Well, for sure, but it's because of it's the fact that they have all the same VFX houses, the 3,000 of them that they employ using quotations.
You're right.
Like they all work on every
peanuts and pennies.
work on every project. So they literally can't move on to the next one until it's done. So on the one hand, it's better for them to be delayed. Like it was fuck.
It was,
There's a really good quote about this from I think it was damn it.
yeah, man.
Jacob would probably recognize the quote. It was like a rushed game is never good, but a delayed game will eventually be good. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Like at least give them a chance to be good.
I'm fine with them pushing it as long as it's
fine.
not like fucking Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah, that was ass. We don't talk about that.
It's interesting too that this doesn't affect the TV shows as far as this announcement goes.
Yeah, that one's kind of weird. I have, obviously because they used to only employ a handful of VFX houses and stuff in the first few movies, and now it's like 13 per project, and they're all working on every project at the same time. So like, I don't know. I haven't even looked into the behind the scenes on how that delineation works. If they are working on, like She-Hulk wants us to believe the shows and the movies, or if they are different houses, which would be weird. They're making their own in-house studio, which sounds like a nightmare. So, ugh.
Do you need to go blow, my son? You seem to be struggling over there.
It won't matter.
Okay.
We need to make catheters, but for sinuses.
Yes.
Holy shit, yeah.
I'm so smart. But not just because I want to put a tube up my nose, but more so because
No.
I want to drill a hole into my
Yeah.
sinuses and then just plug it with a tube and it goes into a little baggie.
Yeah. Yeah. Tubes right here. Just
It would probably
drill
make
them.
my head explode, to be fair. Like your
Wait,
sinuses
why right here?
because it's
That's
part
where your
of
sinuses
your sinuses are all over your head. It's really fucking weird.
But that's usually
Wait,
when-
all my snot's in here?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
here, and then it's connected to your lymph nodes, which don't actually make anything, but they kind of control a lot of the other stuff going on, which is also connected to your armpits. The amount of Colin missed out on like 5th grade anatomy, didn't he?
No.
Your,
you know what
your
happened?
sinuses
You were
go all
homeschooled.
around your head.
No, I was homeschooled for 3 years. But what was worse is I went to a private school that was basically homeschooling. So the school, like the curriculum, was shit. I didn't even know what the word curriculum meant until
Nice.
like 7th grade.
New word for you. Syllabus.
I know what a syllabus is, you fucking ass-tard. I work at the jail.
But do you know what a syllabussy is?
A syllabusy.
A silly baka.
From DC.com.
They changed their website domain name. It's so crazy. It's not DC Comics anymore.
Whoa.
Detective Comics comics.
Detective Comics!
The automatic telling machine. With access to over 27,000 comics, expanding to 32,000 plus books in November of 2022, and new issues available 1 month after their release in comic stores, DC is making it even easier to read new comics on DC Universe Infinite with the brand new Ultra tier launching Monday, October 10th. So it's already out because we are recording on the 15th and definitely not releasing this episode on the 15th.
You get to read more comics. It's Ultra Super Pussycat. You get to read more comics. You guys have more money. Because we can only release 2 films right now.
Ultra subscribers will be eligible to receive 1 free physical comic book based on availability when they subscribe, upgrade, or renew their membership. For the first time ever, DC graphic novels and select Mad Magazine issues will also be available to read across all membership tiers on DC Universe Infinite. We're excited to introduce the industry-leading 1-month windowing of digital comics with DC Universe's Infinite's Ultra tier, said DC Senior Vice President and General Manager Anne DePies, or DePiss, or DePies. This new offering is part of DC's vision of being everywhere our fans are, online and at comic shops. With a shorter digital release window, fans can enjoy our fantastic new stories anywhere, anytime, while continuing to find the latest issues at comic shops. I had no idea they had a membership. I thought they were still wrapped up with freaking Comixology.
No, they because we had when you're. Do you remember?
I remember.
You remember? Oh fuck! What was it? It was
Do you remember? Doesn't sound like you remember.
Was it just the original DC Universe app or whatever the hell they had it called? It was the one that they launched it with Titans, but it was when they had all of their new shows coming out and their comics on the same service, and then they just made it into like a really good comic service.
Right.
It's really good. I don't have it because I'm stupid and I still refuse to read comics online unless I have to. Bitch, I just went. Well, yes, but I just went to the comic shop. I like my physical books. Fuck you in the butthole.
Me too. I actually I did good this week. I only do a Powerbomb. Close the door! Oh!
That's gonna be great as a clip.
Close the door! Close the door!
Colin, are
Calm
you
down.
okay?
No!
Colin is broken this week.
Colin didn't take his meds today.
Wish I had meds to take. Fuck.
That'd be great.
Why are you all the way up here?
Oh, I hate that.
Just fix it just right.
I mean, it's a nice change because they've already been like really on top of getting on new releases, just more than a month out. But now, if you give them more money, they will give them to you faster.
They'll give it to you faster
in
like the next 5 to 6 business days.
That was the problem with Marvel Unlimited too.
It still is too.
Yeah,
it's delayed.
It takes
by
like
a month.
9 months to get and the latest issue, I guess, put
Yeah.
on the service. It's like, all right, this is overkill. Can it be like 6 months at least? Colin, you just fixed your sweatshirt string, right? Because it was all the way up and all the way down, and you evened it out mostly. But I find it to be
Don't say mostly. I can feel it now. I can feel it.
No. I find it to be a law that you can never get them perfect. It's always like a set of balls. It's always just a little bit tweaked, a little bit
Dude, my balls
offset.
are always tweaked.
Yeah, a little bit offset.
What the
You
fuck?
can never get them perfect.
You have made him gain greater consciousness. It's just like what
About his balls or his string?
About those that too, but just watch this. Asshole. I made you think about it. He tensed up.
See?
Brown starfish.
Spencer's
Brown starfish!
are slightly offset too.
Yes, they always are.
They're like a set of balls.
From DC.com, like what Spencer would say, announced during the, quote, Explore the DC Multiverse, end quote, panel at New York Comic Con, the DC Universe will be rocked to its core in DC's first 2023 event, Lazarus Planet. Event showrunner Mark Waid teams up with Riccardo Fettuccini, Jean Luen Yang, Billy Tan, Nicole Maines, Skylar Patridge, Francis Manipul, Dan Waters, Philip Kennedy Johnson, Josie Campbell, and more to transform DC superheroes and supervillains beginning in January! Following the events of Mark Waid and Mahmoud? It's just Mahmoud.
Yes.
Following the events of Mark Waid and Mahmoud Asrazer. Damn it. Following the events of Mark Waid and Mahmoud, Batman vs. Robin #4, this December, the Lazarus volcano has erupted, spewing dangerous cum and transformative chemicals into Earth's atmosphere, resulting in chaos across the DC universe! As these Lazarus clouds rain down upon the planet, people across the globe begin to develop strange new abilities, watch their already extraordinary abilities change, and witness a whole host of chaos unlike anything the DCU has experienced before!
So basically, it's just the Mormons' belief that rain is God's semen or something, but it's in the DC universe.
See,
Lazarus cum from DC.com.
Yeah. Lazarus cum clouds rain down upon the planet.
Yeah, no, I'm actually excited for this.
Of course you are!
I've been, not because of the cum clouds.
Oh, yeah, sure. Not because of the cum clouds.
No, because I've been following Robin's adventures on Lazarus Island, and I have been kind of, I'm a little behind, but been trying to follow the strings that they're setting up to whatever type of bow they're going to put on the whole thing. And, like, this ties into the... I talked about this last week. You guys are fucking dumb.
I don't know anything about Lazarus Island or planet.
Me neither.
Or anything.
I don't really give a shit.
There is an island
Yes.
where the Lazarus pit started. It's a whole thing.
Ooh.
And basically, if you die on the island, you just are, like, always resurrected. So they go there to do tournaments, so you can just fucking murder people.
Nice.
Like, Damien gets murked and has his heart ripped out. It's great stuff. But the Robin stuff with the Deathstroke stuff, with the Shadow War stuff, with the Batman v Robin stuff, it's all coming together.
Rip his heart out.
I mean, it's something Colin, because he's dumb, might be interested in, is the fact that in Task Force Z, Jason Todd has been...
Z?
Yeah, because zombies. Jason Todd has basically been running his own Suicide Squad, Task Force Z, you get it?
Task Force Y?
But they're all zombies. So he's he killed Bane again because he killed Alfred. It's been fun.
He says it's duh because zombies, but I thought it was just duh because Zoomers.
Shut up.
Millennial joke funny.
Because Zoomers start with Z, right?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Millennial joke funny.
I wish I was zooted right now. This might make this a little bit easier on my blood pressure.
Do you want to do...
You are fucking old. It might be easier on my blood pressure, guys.
I got a big one. From Gizmodo.com. The Well, they admitted it. I have a big dick.
You said I have a big one.
Yeah, literally.
So Colin and I just start stroking it.
Start stroking it. Our own big ones.
No, that's why there's nothing in your hand. It's because it's not that long.
No, do you want me to take my dick out right now, bro?
Do you think I would...
You want me to take my dick out right now, bro?
Do you think I would fucking care?
Probably.
Not really.
Maybe it might make me an 8 instead of a 6.
Exactly. That's what I was
No, it's going to bring you down to a 4.
Because it's 8 inches of nothing.
No, it's going to bring you down to a 4 because you're a 4.
Because I'm 4 inches?
Yeah.
I'm a strong 4-incher, though. Grower,
but
not a shower.
if you pull on it...
If I pull enough, there's 2 extra inches in there. If you're saying if I pull hard enough, my dick will get bigger. My mom told me that.
No, your dad told you that. He was the one.
No, my dad.
No. He tied a toaster around your dick and threw it over.
What the fuck? Why would my dad do that to me?
It's like when you get your teeth pulled out. Because your dad. We're gonna get the baby teeth out. So he just, you wrap
get the baby dick out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I lost my foreskin too.
Probably. Same incident.
Damn. Right out of the womb, huh? They're ripping my dick out. Society, am I right, boys? Nowadays, everyone's so soft. No one wants a dick anymore. Except for the gays.
From Gizmodo.com, the Superman line of DC Comics has seen some sizable shakeups in the last few years. As Clark Kent has been on World up until recently, it fell to his teenage son Jonathan to take the Superman mantle and save the world in his father's absence. Yes, Clark's dead right now. That's in reference to Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. But let's not pretend we don't know where that's going. With two Supermen on Earth, to say nothing of other heroes using the S emblem like Connor Kent and Kara Zor-El, what's DC to do? The answer is to just embrace that family aspect even harder than before. Please don't use the word hard and family next to each other. That's uncomfy.
Why not?
Can I have the issue ghostwriter while he does this?
Yes. Family therapy.
DC's Superman-centered panel at New York Comic-Con this year saw the publisher announce a pair of new Superman books along with a structure change to its flagship Action Comics. Beginning in January 2023, Action Comic issues will feature 3 stories focused on individual members of the Superfamily, which include China's Superman Kong Kanan, along with a pair of currently unnamed twins. You can tell they're committed to this family idea because all the non-Clark Supers have a hoodie or jacket as part of their costume. We're bringing the 90s back. Let's fucking go. The first story, by current Action Comics writer Philip Kennedy Johnson and artist Rafa Sandoval, will see an imprisoned Lex Luthor conscript Metallo into undermining the Man of Steel's recent heroics. Dan Jurgens and Lee Weeks will handle the second arc about a young John Kent getting the hang of his powers on the Kent family farm. The third arc from Lee Williams and Margaret Savage will be a 3-part story focused on Power Girl, whose return is connected to the incoming Lazarus Planet comic event. Booby Girl coming back, boys! Though his dad has returned to Earth, John will still be the star of his own solo series. Superman Son of Kal-El writer Tom Taylor and Clayton Hendry from Uncanny X-Men are teaming up on Adventures of Superman, John Kent, which will replace Taylor and Bruno Redondo's
Red Donuts.
Holy shit, I can't talk. Redondo's Son of Kal-El. The 6-issue miniseries will see John battle Ultraman, who previously made John his prisoner. That same miniseries will also feature Val Zod, the Superman of Earth 2, previously created by Taylor and Nicholas Scott in Earth 2, World's End miniseries. Fuck yeah. With Clark back in the picture, he'll be headlining a new main Superman comic by Joshua Williams from The Flash and Dark Crisis, with and Jamal Campbell, Naomi, so many gorgeous... Okay, I don't want your stupid additions. With Jamal Campbell from Naomi, in addition to old baddies like Parasite and Livewire coming out of the woodwork, Williamson teased that new ones would be showing up to test Clark, but after having spent so long making the DC universe go to hell this past year, again in reference to Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, the writer confessed to feeling elated at getting the chance to handle one of the publisher's most uplifting heroes. After the darkness of the last year in the DCU, there is no character better suited to lead DC into the light than Superman, said Williamson. I'm very excited to take Clark Kent on a fun, pulp-style adventure in Metropolis against his greatest villains. Superman's new family-centric era will begin with Action Comics 1051 on January 24th, 2023, followed by Superman in February and John Kent in March. That's a lot of Superman.
That is a lot.
It's a lot of Superman, but it's nice that Superman is finally getting to be like the headliner of DC. Now the amount of books will be a little closer to the amount of Batman adjacent books. We're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer, we swear. I don't know. It's nice because the past couple of years of Tom Taylor and Philip Kennedy Johnson's Superman books have been really good, but they've kind of been flying under the radar. They're selling well, but they don't get a lot of buzz.
Yeah.
But like they've been really good, and it's nice to finally have a big Superman's back on Earth because he's been off planet for like 3 or 4 years now. It's since the end of the Bendis run, which was controversial to say the least. So like it's nice to just have like a bit of a cleaner slate. Just all of the characters are there. Power Girl's coming back. Just everybody's there. It's nice.
I don't know. I have a really hard time being interested in a Superman run. It just doesn't tickle the monkey brain. And I don't know. I think Superman is the weakest part of the trilogy, in my opinion. From Marvel.com, the crossover will begin in January's Sins of Sinister #1, a giant-sized one-shot by the visionary Immortal X-Men creative team, writer Kieran Gillen and artist Lucas Wernick. After that, witness the current Krakoan era crumble and enter a new Marvel Comics age brought about by Sinister's corrupt machinations. Immortal X-Men, X-Men Red, and Legion of X will be washed away, transformed into 3 limited series. Immoral, not immortal, but immoral X-Men, Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants, and Nightcrawlers. So the second one is Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants. And the third one is Nightcrawlers. Series writer Kieran Gillen, Al Ewing, and C. Spurrier will pen their respective new titles, joined by artists Paco Medina, Patch Zurcher, and Alessandro Vitti.
Vitti.
It's like Vittles, but different. Tickle my Vittles, you know what I mean?
Daddy.
Tackling 3 separate time periods, each superstar artist will draw an issue of all 3 titles as consecutive issues propel the Marvel Universe further and further into a dark future, dramatically escalating the stakes with each starting time jump. 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, 1 million... never mind. The powers of Essex will seek to stretch beyond the limits of time and space. All 3 writers will continue their current story plans after the X-Universe shattering finale one-shot Sins of Sinister, Dominion number 1. No, not colon, man, colon. The universe-melting X event will introduce a horrifying timeline that makes the Age of Apocalypse look like the X-Men swimsuit special. Promise? As Mr. Sinister's repulsive plans come to fruition. Currently playing a dangerous game with the very time stream of the Marvel Universe in the pages of Immortal X-Men, Sinister's uncontrollable lust for domination will finally be satisfied, but at what cost? It's the end of the world as we know it, but at least Sinister feels fine. For now, can that last? Especially when we discover that he really is his own worst enemy. I'm kind of intrigued that Marvel themselves referred to the Marvel swimsuit special because that got some backlash.
One might say some panties in a bunch.
Yes, you could say that.
I've definitely not tried to get a hold of that.
No, definitely
I've never
not.
tried that.
No.
Wait, there's a
How do
what?
you not know about the
Bonk.
infamous Marvel Comics swimsuit issue?
Bonk, bonk,
There's a
bonk.
swimsuit issue?
Yes.
Yes.
It's notorious.
I have a quote here. That was the quote. You nailed it. Sinisters lurked around being sinister. Whoa. For all the Krakoan age. Eventually, he was going to make a play. This is it, and it's bigger than you can imagine, stretching across 1,000 years of nightmares, Gillen explained. Dystopic future stories are an X-Men classic. We wanted to find a new way to approach that and give something we haven't seen before. I think we've pulled it off. Sinister gets exactly what he wants, and it's hell for everyone, including Sinister. X-Men comics are very difficult for me. They are messy.
But what if in the future it's bad?
It's interesting that this doesn't involve Kang at all.
That we know of.
Yes. So, record it. 10/15/22, I called Kang in this series.
Kang the Cum Cooker.
The cummer?
Yeah,
The cum marker.
something like that.
Ooh, the cum marker.
The cum marker.
Oh my god.
Are you going to follow this series at all?
No.
Okay.
I have too many other things I'm trying
So,
to keep up with. I cannot get into X-Men right now.
I have a very simple question. I'm sure you can answer it for me. Who the hell is Sinister?
You don't know who Mr. Sinister is?
No.
Let me pull up he's like one of their best villains, other than
You seriously don't know who
Magneto.
Sinister is? Me neither.
Oh fucking no. This fucker. He's a drama queen. It's great.
Ooh.
Yeah. Very
like him.
90s. You should know this.
No.
How are you guys so out of it? Holy shit. He's
X-Men?
still a pretty well-known villain, but okay. Nah, he's like kind of a mutant, but not really a mutant. He had some shenanigans with Apocalypse and like stuff and things.
What are some stories you know him from then?
Mostly Age of Apocalypse.
Hmm.
He's been chilling in the as the article says. He's been chilling in the background for a little while recently.
Yeah.
So he hasn't been. He's just been like sitting there, like sneaky in the shadows.
Sinisterly.
Read the next comic news point, please.
None of us can talk today.
Which one am I on?
Do I have
The
a comic
one
book?
before Gizmodo. Yeah, that one.
Ah! From comicbook.com, the Power Cosmic will soon return to the Marvel Universe, taking to New York Comic-Con this weekend. Marvel officially unveiled Silver Surfer Ghostlight, the latest tale to feature the fan-favorite cosmic stalwart. What is that word? Stalwart?
Yeah.
It's a bump.
Yeah.
It's a bump you get on your foot.
Yeah, I've had words. 39 to be exact. Hitting shelves in February, Ghostlight is a 5-issue miniseries that is set to bring another major cosmic player into the mix, Stalwart. Quote, Tony Brooks and her family have moved into the quiet town of Sweetwater. Come. But nothing is quite what it seems with their new home, end quote. The House of Ideas said in its announcement, quote, what mystery did Tony and her family unravel that would call upon the sentinel of the spaceways, the Silver Surfer? And just who or what is Ghostlight? Ooh. Stalwart, end quote. Eisner winning John Jennings and Bitch Planet's Valentine Delandro teamed on the series. What was that? Which will introduce a character named Ghostlight, which also draws abilities from the Power Cosmic Stalwart. Silver Surfer most recently appeared in Ron Mars and Ron Lim's Silver Surfer, comma?
No,
Colon.
Thank you for correcting me. Rebirth, a nod to the character's classic comic story, Stalwart.
I love how
Here, Colin,
every
another Silver Surfer recommendation. There you go. From me to you.
I love how every single word of every article Colin reads ends in a question mark. The writer, but then it comes to Bitch Planet.
You see, this is the thing. This is I think Colin's key flaw as a human being.
Key flaw.
He only
When you
speaks in
read-
slurs and curses.
No, that's my flaw.
Oh.
No, when he reads, he doesn't, or when he like reads a sentence or even speaks a sentence, he doesn't know where it's going and he doesn't gather any context from the surrounding words. So he has no idea how to like what his tone, intonation, or pitch should be for any of the sentence. So it's like, and maybe they're gonna fuck.
Like, you know, okay, hold on, you're on the right track, but the thing is, how these are written is so stupid, and it's like, I get to a name, and it stops me from, like, following what the sentence is, because I can't fucking say the name.
Sounds
So
like
then it stops!
sounds like a skill issue.
I was just laughing at Bitch Planet.
Bitch! Planet.
I think he was
Like,
trying to figure
I
out
know that word.
I know that. I know that.
word.
I'm confident about that word. I know that. I know some of these words.
So Do a Powerbomb number 5 came out recently.
Yes, it did.
Did it?
It did.
Fuck.
Did you read it?
Of course I did.
Of course you did.
You know, it's not really, and of course, you've had some big L's in your life.
Ooh. Remember that time your dad attached a toaster to your penis?
You're a big L in your own life. So
I know I am. That's why I live with Grace.
Oh, that's so true.
So we see a fight. That's basically all this issue is. I'm actually kind of disappointed with this issue.
Me too. I was told by Rich that I should.
Oh my god, it's so incredible. It's even better than the last one. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yep, I got the same speech.
I got that because like he was right about every single other one. I was like, okay, yeah, this is ramping up, and then I'm like, this kind of went where I thought I was going to.
It's just another fight. It's a variation basically on the last issue. I mean, we do get the, like, now Lona, however the hell you say her name.
Lona.
Now
Lama.
she knows that her father is
The
Cobra's
Mortarer.
son. Yeah, so, like, that's fun. But it just, because she's immediately conked the fuck out, like, we don't get any of the consequences of that.
And also, they lose the fight?
That too.
Yep.
They lost Big L. So, like,
Yes.
they
And
have
there's
to...
2 issues left.
That was, yeah, one of my notes is...
Where
we
go?
yeah, what are they? I have no idea what they're doing next, or how he's gonna wrap up a third act in 2 issues of a 7-issue series.
Yes.
It's got a weird layout.
Yes.
Lots
Quite.
of yummy blood though. This issue was pretty darn brutal.
This issue is probably the most violent I've seen from our boy Daniel.
When Cobra-san took the dude and just busted his back over the 2 chairs,
Yes.
and his entire torso was jutting out. That was so cool.
That was so sick. I love
that
that.
got me squirming.
Yep, me too.
I was like, damn, that's cool. My back kind of hurts now.
Yeah. I do appreciate how little backstory is really needed for all of the other fighters. He does like half a page, and that's all we really need. It's demonstrated well enough through their dialogue and like how they work with each other. This has happened with all the other groups. There's just a little bit of backstory, but nothing crazy. The only real bit of speculation I kind of have is maybe they're like all gonna team up and kick the shit out of the bad guy. Because, like, what the fuck else is the point of this other than, like, you need to, like, what are the themes of this series? You need to trust people, and you need to communicate strongly and not be fighting just to be fighting. So they should probably all kick the bad guy's ass, because they can beat him.
I think, or a guess I have, is that it's gonna be like a maybe it's not the best idea to bring back dead people.
That too.
And you should just go with
Let the past die.
flow of life, and the universe makes the best decisions, or something stupid like that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Or it's leading into a mega crossover with all of his image books. And there'll be another tournament.
Beta Ray Bill comes in and just kills everybody.
Yes. I'm
with
down.
his horse cock.
And he's doing it so
Spencer.
that
Do I need to call your
no.
mother?
Beta Ray Bill wins the fight so that he can get his hammer back.
No, he wins the fight
I
so
love
he can
this.
get a normal human cock. So Sif will bone him.
Sif,
Why does she want horse cock? She's scared?
I don't know, man. Like,
She's a wimp.
She'd bend you in half, though.
I would hope.
It feels like we're kind of stalling, I think, just with this issue.
Yeah.
It's like, this is fine, it's fine. It's just...
it's a great fight.
But that's it. Like, it feels short, because there's nothing that really happens other than the fight.
And there's nothing to read. It's just beautiful artwork.
True. All the dialogue is just, like, basic combat speak.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they did this crazy move from this thing I've never seen.
Yeah.
I don't watch pro wrestling.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
Oh! What are you gonna do? Call my mom?
No, I'm gonna include it at the end credit.
I'm gonna call your dad.
Jokes.
Oh no! We had the finale to She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, this season anyways.
Boy. Okay.
This is a episode chock full of shit.
Okay.
Basically, quick plot summary. We have, all the plots come together and all the random people come back into one place. And then Jen's like, what the fuck? This is gay and cringe. I'm going to go talk to Kevin. And that's basically what the whole episode was the way this series was building up its random plots don't really connect, so it would be stupid to try to make them connect all at the same time. And then it did some meta stuff.
So, here's my take on this. I thought it was funny that we got to see Kevin. Like, Kevin's a robot. It's just Kevin. I thought that was funny, and it looked like he had a hat.
I didn't
like
realize that the lens cap was supposed to be... I didn't realize that. Because at first I was like, what if they put a literal hat on it? That would be funny. And then I went back and looked at it, and I'm like...
and then you saw an article where, like, they had argued over it, and Kevin, Mr. Feige Man, got butthurt. Yeah, which is dumb. So, I know that she's done this before in the comics. Like, she's like, ripped a comic book page open.
She does it all the time.
Yeah, so she does that. I thought this was kind of... I don't know. I think it could have been better. I think they should have done something like this earlier in the show. Like, at least once, like, kind of. To, like, I don't know, find someone or whatever. But this feels like a cop-out, in a sense. It feels like a cop-out, like, this is how we're going to end it. So, what I hated was... or the things I agreed with her was, like, Titania shouldn't have showed up. They could have just saved her for season 2. Like, all other shows do. They have, like, someone's like, I'll be back. And then they come back, like, in the next season or whatever. You could do that easy. Just be basic. And then Banner definitely shouldn't have showed up. It's her own show. She should take care of her own problems. And it's not just like a feminist whatever thing, which I agree with, but like it's not just like a she's a woman, she's strong, but it's like she's literally her own character. She should be taking care of her own problems. She doesn't need like big brother Hulk, big cousin Hulk coming in. And I mean, Blonsky, I'm okay with him being the way he is because
Blonsky isn't evil. I fucking told you they did it.
No,
Fuck you.
I'm glad about that. And I really like that Wong took him. He's like, all right, let's go. And
This is a long list. I want to comment on these things.
Okay. And then I got one more. I'm okay with. Okay, so this whole season we've got the whole like they're trying to steal her blood. It's literally the whole season. It's not like 2 episodes ago we got this. It's not like it's been thrown in. That's like the whole season.
No, it's literally 2 scenes of multiple episodes ago. There was 2 scenes relating to this. It was thrown in.
2 scenes. No, not just 2 scenes.
The show isn't about that at all.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, it's more than just 2 scenes. We got like 2 scenes. Okay, 2 scenes of 1 scene of the blood, 2 scenes of actually seeing the syringe, but like 3 scenes or 4 scenes of seeing the characters or like characters are connected to getting to her. We've seen that. Like they're all connected. That's fine. And it's okay if we didn't. It would have been fine if he didn't become a Hulk, but it would have been what they should have done is like. They should have just, like, paralyzed him or something. They could have done that. They could have done something where it made him stupid or made him worse. Like, the blood didn't work with him.
Okay, I disagree with your premise. I do think that the fact that every time it came up for the past 8 episodes, whenever something would vaguely connected to that would come up, we're like, man, it's a thing, and then we'd move on to all the other stuff, is kind of indicative of the fact that this was a very half-assed plotline. But I do think it would have been more interesting to have done something like that. So, because she says it's like, that was suspiciously like super soldier serum. It's like, well, yeah. So, I do like the idea of him being like, and then he takes it, and it's like, well, that's not gonna work, you dipshit. Like, you can do the comedic undercutting of the whole plotline, but not have that part be meta? I don't know. It felt like a lot of it was relying on the meta-ness, and...
Well, yeah. I felt...
The problem was... The meta I thought was fine. The actual wrap up after the meta
that was nice.
Did not pay off.
I liked the actual wrap up
because it was like, all right, he goes to prison and Blonsky goes back to jail and I guess I'll bang Daredevil again and that's pretty much it. Like
I was fine.
That's exactly what her story's been though. It has nothing to do. Those are as she says, those are her stakes, not the world. That's the shit that's important to her. It was doing her job.
I think it just didn't set up why the bad guy went to jail. Like, it didn't go back in time far enough after the meta to explain the setup of how they got there. It felt like they were missing a step. I liked that Blonsky did stay innocent, and it felt like it was very intentionally written so that he didn't know what he was speaking at.
That I
he
did
was
like.
just
I did
doing
like that a lot.
generic inspirational talk, but he wasn't supporting what they were doing.
Yeah, because that's the thing is they were doing that. I was wondering when the building they were in did look suspiciously like Blonsky's barn. I was like, is this just a cheap relocate, like a reuse of a set or something?
Right.
And I was like, it makes sense because like they intentionally don't show all of the like Blonsky decorations when they're showing the initial meeting until Blonsky shows up, and then you can see all the like the banners and everything. And it's like that's the type of shit those types of internet retards go do is they just watch bullshit self-help seminars that don't do anything. Like that's very in line with what that was going for, and I really did like that.
I'm disappointed that Hulk is back from Sakaar. It feels like
Me too.
like what Spencer was complaining about with the crack about not paying VFX artists in a show where they don't pay VFX artists. It feels like they're making a joke about Hulk gets character development in a story off camera again. It's like, all right, you're poking fun at your own wrongdoing again.
Yeah, I have kind of mixed feelings
bad.
on that one. I like the fact that he came back for the family barbecue. That was kind of that was nice. It just I think they are definitely going to do something with that whole thing. I just
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I hope so.
No, I am so like, no, I have, before this, I have been like, no, we're going to see more shit. They're getting some stuff together. After this, it was literally like a blow to the nuts. Like, we're literally never going to, like, actually get character development on screen from the Hulk. Never. They keep making it a joke and they keep doing that shit. They keep doing it.
It's kind of the eternal struggle of being like obnoxiously self-aware is they can't they can't do a movie. We know this is a well-known, like, this is a real-world logistical thing. They don't have the rights to make a Hulk movie.
For another 2 years or something.
Yeah, well, like, whatever. They can't do that. So they're not going to. And because of the various other choices that a lot of people have made with the Hulk, they're kind of put into a corner that probably not everybody, not even, no, because the rights are tied up with Universal. It's really weird.
For another 2 years or something.
It's messy real world stuff. So, like, it makes sense that they were written into a corner, and it seems like internally at the Marvel Studios writers' rooms, they probably don't all agree on what the fuck to do with Hulk. With the
They should have just shipped him off to space.
Yeah, they should have just shipped him
leave
off
it
and
there.
leave it there.
Yep.
Like, oh, where is he? And then that's literally like a cliffhanger for like they
couple
can
more
do
years.
literally what they always do is have that stupid cliffhanger ending
Right.
and be like, oh, Hulk movie?
So you wanted them to do the dumb thing you don't like. That's what
It's
you
better than this dumb thing I don't like.
Yep.
It is way better.
Yep. Because they closed that line. There's nothing.
I
They
think
have
you
to
guys
set
are reading
themselves
too
up
much
again.
into that. I think they're gonna do something with it.
No, we're not.
It's possible for them to just go back in time and be
Sure,
like, hey,
yeah, they can do that. But it's just,
remember
it
that
feels
time he went to Sakaar? Let's watch what happened.
Oh yes,
with
and
maybe some better CGI on his son.
We need to watch some Hulk sex scenes.
Yes.
Yes.
The thing with his kid is I like the actor that they cast in the real world to do the mocap. He seems like a good pick, so I think they're gonna use him in the future. It just, yeah, it did look pretty rough.
Yep.
But on the other hand, Family Barbecue with Matt Murdock being boyfriend material.
Yes.
That was great.
Yeah, that was great. But I mean,
that was so nice.
let's
And the in-law is already hinting at kids.
That's so funny.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh
Oh my gosh, her aunt really liked Matt too.
Well, yeah.
Like, she wanted
Can you
Matt.
blame her? No.
No.
See, I
And
don't know.
I love it that he's blind, but he knows what's going on.
Oh,
I
it's so
love
fun.
that.
I put it in the group chat. Daredevil canonically meeting Hulk was not on my bingo card for this year.
No.
I like how they went from okay, maybe we'll backdoor Daredevil and Kingpin in. We'll do it eventually. And then it's like, no. He met one of the Avengers on his first day in the MCU. That's a lot.
Daredevil knows about the back door.
Oh, shut up.
For sure.
I really
Can't see it. He can feel it though.
As soon as the husband comes on, Daredevil's going out the back door.
Oh yeah. You know what's so funny also? The twerking video that we got of Jen, like her college days or whatever.
That
Do you
was
guys
so
remember
funny.
that? I'm pretty sure that's from one of her old roles.
I think that's
that's literally a
it's reused
scene.
footage from
It's a
something
reused
else,
footage from an old role.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
I've barely gotten to say shit. Fuck you.
I'm saying moving on from that. Fuck you, fuck man. Read the lines.
Yeah, goo.
Oh my word.
Yeah, read the script.
Yeah, because we have a script. This is the least scripted anything on the planet.
Stick to the script, man.
Yeah, no. So that was the thing with...
It just gets fucking angry at us and then forgets his whole statement.
Shut up! So the thing that I liked how they kind of followed up on it with... I think the scriptwriters, at least... It might be a coincidence and it might be something they were trying to draw connections to, is the fact that we have all of the incels making fun of She-Hulk for existing and being hot and doing women stuff.
I thought that was funny.
But then we're over here sitting, screaming and coming and nutting that Matt's getting to bone people. I think they're it wasn't a direct allusion, but the fact that they're so you'll scream and cry and, freak out and be like, yeah, bro, when Matt does it. And then when Jen does it, it's like, the fuck are you doing?
No, I'm very okay with
No, I'm not saying us. I'm just saying,
But
I thought you were saying
I
us.
think they specifically drew on that
Oh, yeah.
in the background of being so we know some people are going to be like, yeah, Matt's getting railed. And then be like,
even though he's doing the walk of shame.
Well,
And everyone's still like, yeah, walk of shame, man.
It's been baked into the whole show.
yeah, I really appreciate how that came fuller circle. And also, I do the fact that they brought him back just because she wanted him to come back.
I
is very
like
funny.
that.
He did a nice little superhero landing
And he
in
just
the middle of
jumped
the
out
daytime.
of nowhere.
There's literally nowhere for him to have jumped from. That was nice, and the suit looks better in the daytime than it does at night.
This show has been teabagging the incel redditors really hard, like the
Yes.
whole show.
Yes.
It's been great.
I kind of like that.
I think that's the one.
I'm Hulk King, dude.
I like the fact that we
Okay.
got to follow up on Todd being an absolute dickhead. That
I
it
knew
makes
that was
more
happening.
sense why he kept coming back.
I knew that was going to happen.
Oh,
And
you knew.
Yeah, I knew. Ever since he started, like, you're a specimen. So what's your proud this? I'm like, he's definitely something else.
I like how he hasn't mentioned this for the past 8 weeks, and now he's just saying he thought that.
Cookie, can we get a replay of all the She-Hulk?
Yes, Cookie, Jacob.
I don't have to say it in the fucking podcast.
I
If
think
it's
this,
not recorded, it didn't happen.
True.
Whatever.
The Daredevil suit looks better in the daytime. Like, whole ass. The way that they light and, like...
You piss me off.
No shit. The
You
way
pissed me off. What do you mean? Of course.
Let me fucking explain!
No! No, I don't want you to! I just want to keep saying, what do you mean?
Yeah, I know!
Why do you have such gripes with that Daredevil suit at
I
night?
don't! Holy fucking shit!
Yes, you do.
It's not the suit! It's the way that they light the damn sets and the way that they color grade it. It looks blurry and out of focus because there's so many details, but they don't have, like, harsh, real light shadows like they do in the Netflix shows. It's digital lighting on a lot of CG models. So it looks... Yeah, but in the daytime, when it's just him standing there with nice, normal lighting, obviously probably a set, but, like, good lighting that looks like daytime, it looks so much better. It doesn't look like they had to polish it over or, like, do anything to it. It just looks good. He doesn't look like a vigilante. He looks like a fucking superhero. And I like that because
that's
of
what he's saying.
He was definitely fucking a superhero.
that too. Like, the color combination and with the daytime. The dark maroon burgundy one would look kind of funky in the daytime. We've seen it at dawn and dusk, but, like, that would be goofy in the daytime. But the lighter colored one, just, it has a better vibe here, and it fits. And also the neck piece thing that I was freaking the fuck out about doesn't seem to be a thing when it's in the daytime. So it might have just been a lighting problem. I don't know. But it looks nice.
I think your eyes weren't working for the neck piece. Cause
I think you have fucking glasses.
I literally don't. I didn't even see that at all. It was always open neck piece to me. Also, his original suit wouldn't look weird in daytime. How would that look weird? No, the first one with just the black that's right here.
Well, yeah, that would look.
That
Because
looks
he's
goofy anyway.
because he's wearing a piece of cloth over his head with, like, Under Armour. You know, that looks goofy, but, like, it's great.
No, not the full black. I'm talking about the black on the forehead suit. The red suit that has black on the forehead. The first suit is different from the second season.
Yeah, but it doesn't have black on the forehead.
Yes, it does. It's black here, and then it becomes full red in season 2. Are you serious? Oh my fucking word!
See, I like how last week he was saying that the suits between season 1 and 3 were basically identical, and now he's saying that they're very different.
No, I didn't! I said season 2 and 3!
This is the point where Colin and Spencer become divorced, and I just have a show all by myself.
We've always been divorced. He has bad taste in costumes.
No, I fucking don't! Fuck you!
You're both way too pretentious for your own good.
That!
I don't actually remember that at all.
Wow! And then that!
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah!
Oh,
Oh my fuck, dude!
Andor happened.
Oh, now we're just gonna go on to Andor after this argument, huh? You're not gonna kiss me on the cheek?
No.
Fuck you, you don't love me.
I like
Just
the...
pull out the 2-inch.
He doesn't pull out.
And get
I
this
always
over
pull
with.
out.
No, you don't. I like
wish I didn't.
I like the finale. It just, I feel like I think I said this at the beginning of the show. The fact that it's meta about the fact that it's on Disney Plus, a streaming service that inevitably won't exist in 10 years, is going to be the thing that's going to make this thing age like shit.
I mean,
The comics bits age better because comics have been around for longer. This
that's
is like...
what I was gonna say. Is like any pop culture reference in anything
It's always
ages
like
poorly.
I know. It's just because the show does rely so heavily on the fact that, like, whoa, it's on this service and this hyper specific, like, time period, It just that I don't think is going to age great, which is
Oh,
fine. It's
okay.
not intended to. It's just something
No.
that's like, it's a necessary downgrade from the source material, because the source material is just longer lasting, and they also do a lot less pop culture reference stuff. Like, it's just
There's no
that
other
specific
way.
Disney Plus layout won't be there next week.
Yeah, there's no other way to break the fourth wall, though. Like in the comic books, you can't just rip a comic page and then show up at Marvel Studios in the TV show.
Well, yeah. It's just a thing. I like Jen in the jumpsuit. It's really hot.
Huh?
But yeah, Jacob kind of alluded to it. The only real bit of humor that really didn't work for me was the VFX joke, because the rest of the fact that it's the writers making fun of Kevin Feige for, like, not being a storyteller but an algorithm, like, Wikipedia machine. I like
So
that. It's
I
funny
loved that.
because he is. That's nothing wrong with that. But like trying to pretend like Kevin Feige is a storyteller isn't true. That's why you're never gonna get a Kevin Feige directed movie. He's not a director or a writer. He's a producer, and that's fine.
I even took that to be another dig at the stupid Redditors for being like, oh, every Marvel movie is a freaking algorithm-pleasing moneymaker.
Yeah, but
it's like
they're saying it's right because it is.
I thought they were saying, like, they don't need an actual Kevin Feige. They just have a robot doing it. Like,
Yeah, which is
I don't know.
what
Right? We
which is
saw
kind
the
of like
same
a
thing.
part
We
of the
took it
show.
different ways.
But that's the thing, is that's kind of what Phase 4 has felt like, is that it's more of like the algorithm is kind of at its limit right now. It's not functioning quite as well as it used to, or
They do feel like AI generated.
a little bit, like it's just one of those things where it's like it definitely feels like Kevin Feige is like ridiculously overworked for who he is, and he, in combination with the comments made about the fact that he didn't want half of this episode to happen like this, is like, okay, so maybe he is power tripping a little bit. Like, he seems like a good dude. Like, it's nothing like really that
I mean, come
weird.
on,
It's
he wears a hat.
well, yeah, never seen his real head. But like, we've seen his head. It's a joke. It
We've
just,
never seen what's under his head. Why? How
Ooh.
come?
it's actually Kevin.
It's a little alien baby.
It was,
Crying for its mommy.
the joke was most likely written well before any of the show was even being shot. That's probably, if that was in like the original scripts, that's just how it was, which is fine. It just, the show didn't have intentionally bad CG to make a joke about it. And then at the last episode, then the CG is magically upgraded to look like it should. Like, that didn't happen. It's clearly, they don't have the budget for this, but they do have the budget for it. They just don't allocate it correctly. This show costs fucking ass tons of money. They have the money. They just don't allocate it in the right places, and they don't give it time. Like, lampshading your own... The MCU does this with a lot of other stuff. Lampshading your problematic behavior doesn't make it not problematic behavior. It's being like, I'm racist. It's like, congrats, fix it.
I got one more thing to talk about She-Hulk before we go that none of you guys talked about. The homage in the beginning to the Savage Hulk.
That
Yes.
was nice.
I when that opened up, I'm like, wait a minute, this looks familiar.
And it was
I'm
like
oh
shot
my
for
god,
shot.
yeah! And they got a real bodybuilder to play like
Which
She-Hulk.
looks better than the fucking
Yes,
CG
he
model.
did!
And it was even meant to look like not that great, and it still looks better.
Yeah,
I
that's
loved
awesome.
that. That was so cool. That was like my favorite.
You have like one straight hair.
Yeah,
It's
I
driving
know.
me crazy.
There's a lot of them. You just can't see them.
Okay.
Everyone keeps pointing that out. I'm like, yeah, they're straight within the gay spectrum. And so, but like, I just loved every little bit of that.
I
and
grew
how
up on
awkward.
that show. Like,
I watched some of those too.
Yeah.
I did too.
the
They were
theme
just on
song
air.
just rips your heart out. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I love the Savage Hulk.
I like Mark Ruffalo looks really good in that outfit. Like,
Yeah, he really does.
Those two next to each other look really good.
She looks. Hold on now. She looks way more like mommy attractive when she's like wearing that. Like
She's
during
wearing
that
like
whole
a plaid miniskirt. Yes, of course.
But she's like wearing all those different types of like old, quote unquote old clothing. And I was like, damn, Jen, we should have just gotten this show in this type of timeline.
Okay.
That would have
bonk.
been great.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Okay.
Moving on to
no, hold on.
Anne.
I just loved how awkward it was too when she was just like, you don't want to make me angry. You don't like me when I'm angry. And then they just pause for like a second and they're just like standing there awkwardly.
Right.
I loved that.
Moving on to And/or.
So this is the midway point between this season of Andor, and we finally get the actual heist.
Right. The heist happens. Holy shit.
I was legit white knuckling this whole thing. Like
I'm not surprised.
not just
White
like
knuckling.
oh my god,
Yeah,
shut up.
you
Not even like
Well,
wow,
you're-
I was so wrapped. I was like I didn't know who they were going to kill. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I was following their plan, which was cool, but like
Lesbians!
yeah, we knew that.
I didn't know that. They didn't ever, like, do
They
anything.
literally did. They literally said it. He's like, she's already shacked up with that one.
No, what
Yes.
he said was that someone's already in her bed.
As she walks away from a tent with a woman in it.
Oh.
Colin doesn't understand subtext.
No, I don't think I was building Bionicles. I don't think I was looking. I didn't notice until, like, the other night when I actually watched. I actually didn't do anything else but watch this. And I was like, oh, they touched hands? Lesbians! I knew it.
Yes.
I didn't actually know it.
It just, this was like nonstop. Even after the heist was over, like the epilogue basically was very, very tensiony. Like I legit didn't know if Skeen was like pulling Cassian's leg, being like
Yeah.
a test or some shit. It's
I
like
thought so,
no,
too.
he was just a legit scumbag, which
Yeah.
makes sense why he was trying to throw suspicion onto Cassian over the other episodes where he was trying to be,
Right.
every accusation is a confession.
Yeah. I was actually very surprised about that because I didn't see that coming.
In the moment, I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "This makes a lot of sense." Actually,
Well, no.
it
yeah,
just
that's what I mean. I didn't see it coming until, like, then it happened. And I'm like, oh, okay, everything adds up now.
I like that Andor shot that bad guy.
yes, that was so gratifying.
It was so fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's quick on the draw. I really like the fact that they explained the plan well enough in the previous episodes that I understood what they were doing.
Yes.
Like, I like how well they laid it out with the models and the explanations of what was going on, that when they started doing the plan in this episode, they didn't have to explain it while they were doing it. I was like, this is incredible. Like, just them dressing up as troopers and, like, doing all this stuff. I followed it without them having to be like, and now we go this way. It's like, just watch them do it. And it was so fucking
The
good.
effects were great.
That
Like,
too.
especially with the eye.
Oh
I thought that looked great. And I loved seeing the TIE fighters. Oh, it was
I
so
think
good.
the thing with the that kind of helped the tension so much was the fantastic pacing cutting back and forth between the heist and then the religious ceremony that was going on and like the absolute splendor that was going on. Like
Yeah.
I can see why they use that as their cover because I wouldn't have noticed a spaceship going off when that's happening in the
No
sky.
way.
I have one complaint with that though. When it was cutting back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, it got a little bit long when they were loading the chips into the ship, and all they say is "hurry up." Like
Yeah, there was a
for
little.
like 10 minutes.
It's like 4, but yeah,
wow.
it was a little much.
Imagine being the script writer for this one.
It could have been
didn't-
tightened up a little.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice that because in my brain, how I see that is like, what else the fuck are you gonna say in that time?
Yeah,
You don't
I get
need to
that.
have so many
But-
reverse shot.
No,
reverse
I
shot,
understand that.
It was
but,
like
I
4
didn't-
times that they cut back to just hurry up. And it was like, okay, we get that it's taking a while.
It just didn't. It didn't stand out as much to me, I guess.
I appreciated the fact that it did feel like it was like, holy shit, can we just fly now? Like
Right.
Yeah.
it pissed me. It got me a little like irritated because
Yeah.
it's like holy cow, but also it's kind of
the
trying
point
to
of the
be like
scene.
that. Yeah. The general like the violence, man. Violence was good.
I gasped
good.
when the kid got like hit and his back cracked. I was like, I literally like
Like that.
that hurt me.
It's really funny because we actually saw a shot of him on the med table in a trailer like way ages ago. But
We did?
yeah, like
Oh, I probably
Like, it was like
watched
the-
one trailer.
it
Right.
was in, I think it was in the teaser. It was ages ago. But like that was fucking brutal. Like that's the type of
As soon as it hit him, I was like, ugh, as if it hit me.
yeah. I mean,
It
can
was
you
good.
imagine? That's like got to be what at least.
Yes, I
That's
can't
like
imagine. That's
that-
what I work with every day.
Yeah, that's like half a ton's worth of credits just crunching into your torso. Like that's insane. It
That
just
shit scares. That
Yeah.
shit scared me because I'm like, that shit can happen to me.
Yeah,
and
that's-
Jacob.
that's
that
what we
that
work with.
literally almost happens quite often.
yeah.
Because people are stupid.
I like the symbology of this death is real good. I like it.
It also hit even more when what's his face like was trying to get Andor to like split the credits because he was like, we have to save this kid.
Yeah.
Like that even hit more.
He did not give a flying shit. Skeen did not give a flying shit about actually saving him. He wanted to use it as a diversion to get to the abandoned place so they could split the credits. Just incredibly skeevy behavior.
Yeah.
Wow. Name is close to negative adjective.
And I love that Cassian was like, he was so disgusted. Like you could see in his face, he was so like, are you kidding me? Do I actually seem that scummy?
That was the thing earlier in the episode towards the beginning where he was talking to, I don't remember his name, the kid, who's probably still older than us. But like they were talking, when him and Cassian were talking, and he's implying where he's like, you aren't really here for anything, you're just getting paid, like blah, blah, blah. And it's like, kind of not though. Like, I really like the fact that they're not trying to, they're trying to demonstrate that Cassian clearly has been through so much crap where like he's basically burnt out. Mm-hmm. It's not that he doesn't think what they're doing is a good thing, but like he is so burnt out on just trying to survive that he's just trying to survive. Like he doesn't, it was, I think it was the end of episode 3, when he was confronted by Skarsgård's character, when he's like, you've spent your life doing this, like, wouldn't you rather, like, blow it all in one place and, like, actually have an impact? Like, that's the sort of, like, conversation sometimes you need. Like, it's basically, it's a negative pep talk. It's like, yeah, you're burnt out, so, like, you need to be able to muster the energy to do the right thing. And now he has it, and he has a manifesto to sit in his pocket, which I'm sure we're going to get to see a lot of.
How many episodes do we have this show?
It's 12 per season.
Fuck yeah.
So we're on episode 5 now? 6. And this heist has been 3 episodes baking?
Yeah.
So what do you think's going to happen now?
Wow, yeah.
Good question.
Because I really dug the first episode being in the grimy streets of some Star Wars city, and that's kind of what I was looking for in the show. And we went off on this crazy heist, which is fine, but I want to go back to the
grimy
streets
cyberpunk.
Just judging by the other characters that we know are in the show, so you get your Mon Mothmas and your Skarsgård, funny wig ring wearing man.
I love him so much.
Yes.
Just at the fact that I'm assuming those characters are going to be continuing throughout the rest of the season.
Yep.
I'm guessing he's going to have another mission of some type. I think it's going to be like full ass espionage.
Why do I kind of
because that's the thing he does in Rogue One more than anything else. He either does assassinations or like he does full infiltration. Like he goes in costume to go somewhere, get info, blow the fuck out of a place, and leave.
Maybe...
Who does?
Cassian. That's what he does in Rogue One. That's what he's set up as, like, that's being his role. So I'm assuming that's what we're going to get into next, is him doing, like, spy shit.
Maybe I missed it, but was there a reason set up for him to do this heist? Why did he want the large sum of money? Just because beyond money?
And also, I think what's-his-face wanted to use him because he's like, oh, I know your father, he helped me with this, blah, blah, blah. But also, like, now I can see and test you.
Okay.
He's using it to put ideas in his head.
Yeah.
But also, with the amount of the credits he's giving him, it would be like handing you $15 million.
Yeah.
Like, the number of credits he was getting off of that is so fucking absurd.
Right.
Like, that's why the number was so high, was to get him to do it. So,
okay.
So,
now we're going to see him actually, like, get into the cause.
So you know how everything looks really good, like we have actual sets and locations and stuff, and like then we get to, and even what's it called? What's the planet? Coruscant. There we go. Coruscant. Wow, that hurt me. Coruscant looks great, right?
Yeah.
I love that when we get to like the room of the Senate, it's just 2003 shitty CGI. I feel like most people would still complain about that. I don't think it looks better at all. If anything, from my memory, it looks like it's worse, but it's probably exactly the same. And the thing I like it. I really like it because it reminds me of just 2003.
It's because the room's homogeneous. The lighting and each individual pod are exactly identical, and they're so far in the distance you can never see who's in it. So the room is like looking into. Even if that was real, it would still, unless you frame it and like light it in weird ways, it's gonna look fake because it's carbon copied pods of each other. Like that's just kind of the fault of the design, you know? Like it's gonna kind of always.
You guys look so fed up that I just started talking about that.
No, I literally have no notes about Andor.
Wow.
A heist happens, and it was exciting.
I just really like the Senate room.
Yeah, it's well made. Wow.
Damn.
Sorry. It
It's
looks
okay.
good. It's written well.
You just want more cyberpunk stuff, and that's fine.
I have nothing. It
I-
looks good. It run well.
I only had a couple things, which
Good
were kinda
Star Wars.
like
Go.
those.
I like the
I
way
have
that
way
they
more about She-Hulk.
yeah, clearly. I like how they store the credits in like weird cylindrical stacks.
Yeah.
It's weird. I like it.
you just had an autism statement. You're like cylinder things. It was weird,
Cylinder
and I liked it.
carry well and stack well and look shiny.
But like how you was just like
It doesn't
It's
work.
weird. I
you
liked
can't
it.
you can't put credits in a box. That's boring. Boxes are boring. But in a cylinder, it's shiny.
Well, yeah, it's a union. We haven't seen them stored in that amount.
he cares
and-
about how credits are stored.
And you
what
care,
a fucking
you
nerd!
care about how the Senate room looks. Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
because it's CGI and whatever. Like, yeah, that's like a main thing. But you're thinking about just fucking credits.
It's logistics. Like we haven't seen that many credits in one place.
You know,
like
we did
do
see some
you
really expensive
understand
SX70
how-
camera pretending to look like something else.
Do you understand how the Star Wars economy works, sir?
No, I don't actually. You
That's 'cause
do though.
That's because no one internally knows how it works. But like no, because they're physical credits. They're like really high. They're like I don't know, like
Metal
$100.
chips.
Yeah,
They're like
because in
$100
Star
bills,
Wars,
'cause
They're not
gold
potato
credit.
chips. They're metal chips.
Star Wars doesn't. Yeah, Star Wars works with like credit chips, not like digital.
They can use. We've seen them use digitally, but they're usually when in like high quantities. They're physical, like metallic alloy, like blocks or cubes or chips or whatever. It's just the way that they decided to store square rectangles and stack them, and then with the way that the thing holds them is just very bizarre. And I like how it makes for like a
They
big.
just went so much detail into
It's
it.
yeah, and that's the thing. Is like now we have what was an ice cream machine painted white in Empire Strikes Back is now some universal credit carrier thing that we've seen 1,000 times, which is fine. It's just like it's this weird, unique way to store that many credits because of course these wouldn't be digitally stored credits. They're just amassing resources. It's a big fucking vault room filled with gold bars, basically, but they're in tubes.
I love how much detail is put into this and how much Spencer just talks about. I love it. It's just so funny to me.
You see, the kid's
the-
death. The death is so subtle. He was crushed by the weight of the money. You see,
By the Empire.
it's so fucking subtle.
I liked it when the
/S.
pilots climbed into
Oh,
the freaking TIE fighters.
That was
That was
cool.
nice.
That
was
was
cool.
hot.
It was very clean interior of those TIE fighters. I
Yeah.
expected there to be like way more. I can't remember if I just remember it incorrectly.
And
We
I
don't-
like that the TIE fighters looked big when they were climbing into them.
Because
Do you think he shit his pants when he broke his back?
No, I mean probably. I don't know.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
The TIE fighters are big because of the weird wingspan, but the pods are really tiny, and that's why they have to have their the full like breather mask with the suits is because there's no atmosphere like maintained in it. Like you can't just be in that. They can't. There are no life support systems in a TIE fighter. That's why they're always all done up.
I
So
love
like that's
that.
why it's a bit. It's just an empty cube, like a little sphere.
I love
Like
that.
that's it. It's a chair and a gun.
I literally love that.
Subtle symbology. I like it's so subtle.
Speaking of credits,
Credits. We have credits.
yeah, we have to go through the credits. We get credits. Actually, we give our credits. We give our credits to Jetpack Comics and Games in
Fuck.
downtown Rochester, New Hampshire. We give them a lot of credits.
I might be spending a lot of credits soon.
Colin, you always spend a lot of credits.
Not-
I might be getting the whole Justice League set.
Oh my gosh.
I think Colin needs to be physically restrained from Legos. Like we need to
From
find a
eBay.
way on a.
Because I wasn't gonna buy some, and then I keep looking at those, and I'm like, I need the flying fox. I need it.
I think we need to find a way, scientifically speaking, to make it impossible for you to touch Legos ever again.
Fuck off,
You have
dude.
spent more in the past 6 months on Legos of any sort than you have on like your car or your house
Yeah.
ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need to find a way to change your DNA so you can't touch plastic.
Jetpack Comics and Games in downtown Rochester, New Hampshire provides us with all of our comic needs and toys and books and I was gonna say movies, but they don't have those.
They do not. No movies.
Actually,
D&D supplies. Have you
they
been playing
do-
D&D lately?
no, I haven't. I actually don't have time at all.
Nerd.
Wow, but you have time to assemble Legos.
Yeah, the
Well, no,
Bionicle
because it doesn't take as long as a fucking
Checkmate,
campaign.
liberal.
First off, it doesn't take as much time than a D&D campaign. Also,
Bionicle-
D&D campaigns are at night during the week, or weekdays, or on the weekends, and my weekends are fucking full because of you assholes.
So full. I request your presence for 3 hours.
Bionicle sexy time takes too
If-
much time.
Well, yeah, because he has to clean up after sexy
Yeah.
time.
I do have to clean up the Bionicles, actually.
Yeah, because you just empty you just dump them on the floor.
No, I don't. I
Yeah,
have
you
little.
do.
Look,
We get
I'll show
credits.
you, fucker.
We are given credits by our two patrons, Jeff Lawrence and Caitlin. They went over to
Organized.
patreon.com/dimecomicbros and they gave us some of their credits. I'm running
I'm
with the
seeing
credits
Jeff
joke.
tomorrow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What are
you
you
should
gonna do?
leak his IP address.
Are you gonna do Bionicle sexy time with Jeff?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. We'll see what he's coming over my house this time, so we're gonna see what we'll do.
It sounds like Bionicle sexy time with Jeff.
Probably. We're drawing. Or both.
Just wait. They're gonna get drunk and they're gonna.
Oh yeah,
like,
we're getting drunk for sure.
They're gonna be shoving Lego pieces up their noses like children.
Fuck, you know what's fucked up? That might actually happen.
If you would like to financially support this show with your Republican credits,
Please do.
or your calamari flan, the floppy little soft discus in. Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Calamari
flan. Sounds like a deep fried dish.
Yes, it is.
Flan's like a weird cake thing.
Yeah, but calamari is literally octopus.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an octopus
Hello.
cake.
Everybody knows that.
If you want to support this show, go ahead to patreon.com/dimecomicbros. There are other things in addition to just giving us money and feeding the hungry hippos. You can get sketches done by Colin, stickers, early access to all of our podcasts, access to exclusive clips and segments from our podcast that we end up having to remove because Colin drops 18 slurs in 2 seconds.
It's pretty impressive. He should have been a rapper.
It's the only time he can spit out words quickly or coherently.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So money's cool. Thanks and stuff. Next week we are going to have another spoopy episode, and we're going to be discussing The Crow from '94.
What?
94, 96.
doo-doo.
And then we're finally going to get back to having some actual personal talking points next week as well.
So you're saying Colin's gonna be bored next week?
Yep.
Okay. I almost memed you, Spencer, to death while I was sitting at Donkey today because I was scrolling Reddit and I saw somebody that screenshotted a tweet that said, it doesn't matter what gender you are, wear the maid outfit. And under it, whoever screenshotted it said, well, boys, we've done it. We solved transphobia. And I almost screenshotted that and put it with you just wearing the apron and nothing else.
Wow.
Look at this little guy.
Wow. Is that even a Bionicle?
Yes, it
Is
is.
it even a Bionicle?
Yes,
What
it
makes
is.
it a Bionicle? It looks like Legos to me.
Well, do you think a Bionicle is made from only Technic parts?
Yes.
Wrong.
Wow.
Bionicle is Bionicle. But
Okay,
not all
you are
Bionicle is
speaking-
good.
So he is speaking of the platonic idea of Bionicle. So Hero Factory are not platonic Bionicle, despite the fact that they are physical Bionicle. Because Technic part.
Yes, but they have great parts. Because look, I use Hero Factory parts in my arms and legs.
Yeah. The arms and legs are so much better. The old Bionicle ones had, like, no mobility.
That was kind of nice about it, though. Hold on, like, because there's this guy.
I couldn't do anything
The
with
first
them except
one.
put them on a shelf. Ooh.
You just have to make them right.
Meh.
You just have to understand the parts you're using.
Short little goblin.
Yeah,
I always liked those. The one you have on the back, the like weird
shield.
They usually
thing.
used him as like after Bionicle. The figures that I was used to them using those on were like hands, which is weird. They kind of look like shields. Yeah, you almost scrolled through something else, huh? What you got on there? What you got? What do you got?
Elden Ring memes.
Wow.
This guy.
iPad. He is a boomer.
This guy. Well, it's connected to my phone, fucker. This guy. Is this guy. This guy's just the updated version.
Wow.
Because more Bionicle parts came in. And hopefully more are coming in today. And I ordered parts for my Lego Batcave so I can finally finish it. This guy wonders why he can't afford his car registration. I can't! I can, actually. You'd be surprised. I just don't eat. That's why I
Your dumpy says otherwise.
That's all the sugar. I never said I don't drink. I don't eat.
I have to go to Shaw's. I'm here all day. Like, you are here for 30 minutes. You can shit at home. There's still urinals. The women's room is fine.
He's still complaining.
He's still talking.
He's still talking about it.
Dude, I was on a work meeting out of state, and I had 4 fucking
Is he still talking?
trying to close my gym. Oh, so this is one of those Urban Dictionary, they got bored one night and looked it up type thing. Yo, why the fuck would I know that, Colin?
Because you seem like a guy that would have shit his pants when he first got his first ever blowjob.
Yeah, no.
I think he just
you're assuming he's ever been blown.
True. You're making...
Right! He blows Rachel.
What?
Welcome back to the dimecomicbros podcast. I'm your host, Colin.
Colin, you are jumping to many conclusions.
Am I wrong?
I'm not going to comment on this.
I'll ask Rachel.
Exactly.
I know if I ask Rachel, she'll be like, yeah, he all the time.
Oh my god. You make Jacob's job so hard.
Yes.
I make him so hard.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, he does. Really? Really?
I mean, it's not a no. It's not like...
Okay, hold on. Okay. We'll have this conversation.
I'm not going to bend her over the table right there.
No, but if she comes up to me and is like, hey, want to fuck? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'm going to go after her. She'd have to come after me, which she probably would.
Yeah,
because I'm a little boy that needs to be abused. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, you do need to be abused more.
It's okay, I'm into it.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
See? I love you, man. Yeah.
Gay!
You do.
You're gay.
You may now kiss the gay.
Colin doesn't even have to drink to say it.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, you do.
Well, if I'm not drunk, then you guys are going to think it's gay. So...
Whoa.
I
know I'm not your type. I'm not Mexican.
Colin!
Stop!
She handcuffs him to the bed?
Fuck, dude.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, she's like a super emo Jessica Jones looking girl. That's what she looks like now.
She's just a big titty goth girl. I love her.
I love her too.